Good morning, y'all. I have breaking news. Breaking news for you guys. Let's chat a little bit. Let's chat a little bit. Um, good morning. I hope you guys are having a great morning. Today is Saturday. I don't know. Saturday, June 14th. So, yeah, your girl got fired. Okay, fired. I got fired. Good morning, y'all. Let me tell y'all. I got fired on Monday. Today's Saturday. So I'm just now telling y'all. Um, but hey, what's next? What's next? Okay. Y'all know, like, I wasn't even supposed to be on like social media until next month per my plan. But you know what they say, like, when you make plans, you might as well just laugh in God's face because He is the creator. He is the one that, makes everything happen or not happen. So, y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. So, my job ended up losing their contract with Amazon. And if you know my company works for Amazon, then you know what company I work for. If you don't, oh well, I'm not going to say it. But anyway, my job ended up losing their contract with Amazon. And I had already been feeling like, what am I doing at this job? What am I supposed to be doing? Everything is not going how it needs to go, right? Ugh. So, with that being said, y'all, they end up losing their contract and they told us in May. Now, so let's go back to the series of events that happened, right? Last year, I was like, oh, I'm going to wait to take my FMLA until August because I'm going to quit my job. I was basically planning my exit. So I was going to take the 3 months of leave that you get with FMLA. I don't know if every trucking job does this, but my company gives you 3 months of FMLA, up to 3 months of FMLA leave on short-term disability, right? That's what I could have used to, get done whatever I needed to get done, right? So I was like, okay, in August, I'm going to take it. I'm going to take August, September, and October off. I might come back in November, December. I'm definitely gonna, we only work 2.5 weeks. So I'm gonna do that in the first of the year. I'm gonna quit. That was the plan. That was my plan for the exit. By then I would have had my house already. I would have had everything already in order. My car paid off, all that good stuff. Everything would have been in order, right? So, y'all, January comes, and I don't know what it was, but January, I took off for my birthday, and but right before my birthday, like, I don't know, here comes the micromanaging. Like, they were micromanaging. Now, I'm a good worker. You don't have to keep on top of me. You don't have to do that kind of stuff when it comes to me. Like, you don't have to call me every second I'm late, or I'm never late. I'm always on time. If I am late, when I say if I am late, that means I done woke up late and I'm already at the place. I just woke up probably like an hour, best because I didn't get good sleep somewhere along the line. Okay, cool, whatever. But yeah, I'm one of them drivers. I run hard. You don't have to micromanage me. But because other people were getting into accidents at my job, in one day, I'm not lying to y'all. If I'm lying, I'm flying. And one day across our whole region, there was 10 accidents. 10 accidents in one day. So Amazon, of course, was like, what's going on? And we had 2 fatalities within my company. And again, these workers were with the Amazon account. So Amazon is like, what's T? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Like, we're trying to figure it out. So because that happened, they start micromanaging everybody's time. They start micromanaging how you move, how you do this, how you do that. To me, that's overwhelming because I already have to be in this truck 10 hours a day. And now, no, at this point, me and my girlfriend, I'm just now meeting. I haven't even, actually, it's my birth. It's the week before my birthday. So I've start talking to my girlfriend, but I haven't actually like met her or anything like that. So anyway, I take my leave for my birthday. I get 2 videos of me turning on a red light. Okay, cool, whatever. I go on my leave. I ain't think none of it. All right, cool. February comes, the January was my birthday. I took a whole week off. February was my girlfriend's birthday. I think I took like 4 or 5 days off. For her birthday, we celebrated her birthday, had a good grand old time. So I'm like, okay, now here we come, March. I don't know what it was, but my anxiety going back to work was through the roof. They were still micromanaging everybody. Everybody started complaining. We even had like a team meeting where everybody was expressing like, hey, everybody was just expressing like how they felt about like micromanaging management, and then also the wait times at these places. So now we're starting to deal with problems with the customer. Now it's like we're waiting at Amazon for hours, y'all. 4 and 5 hours. If you're a truck driver, you know anything about trucking. Waiting, even though you're off, your clock is still running down. It's still dwindling down. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going off duty because I don't want y'all, if something was to happen, like let's say I fall or I slip or, something like that. I don't want y'all to be like, well, she was off duty, because companies are not on your side. I'm sorry to tell you, they're not on your side. So I'm not going off duty. I'm on duty just in case anything happens, because we did have a driver. And this is a prime example. We did have a driver. He was at a station waiting for hours. And literally something happened to where he messed up his ankle or something on his body got messed up. And guess what they try to say? Well, he was off duty. You will not get me like that. Especially because I feel like that's just like, oh, now eventually, of course, they couldn't use that. But it's like the fact that they even tried to was enough for me. So I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I would be on duty. So now fast forward, now we're in, I'm in California. I'm telling my therapist, like I'm meeting with a therapist at this point, like if not every week, every other week, every 2 weeks, I'm meeting with my therapist, and I'm telling her like I'm feeling like mad anxious, mad anxiety, like I can't do this anymore. I need to take a break. I need a break. But it all came to a head, y'all. A couple of days before my girlfriend's birthday, we were going to her birthday trip. A week before that happened, y'all, a couple of days before I was supposed to go on my leave, I put in the time for the 1st. My girlfriend's birthday is on the 22nd. We were going to leave on the 21st. So I say like the 17th, February 17th or something like that. I get a call from my supervisor, and I explained this story in the short when I actually did leave, or when I was packing up my stuff. I get a call from my supervisor. Hey, I saw that you put in leave. What's up with that? I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, I saw that you put in medical leave. What is that? They know they're not supposed to ask you about medical leave because of HIPAA. They know they're not supposed, whatever information is given to them, that is the information that is given to them. They are not supposed to ask me about that because of HIPAA. I know this. He knows this. So I'm like, I'm already irritated at this point with the whole company. So, because it's like, they made these empty promises. Oh, yeah, everything's going to get better. It got worse, actually. So, like I said, he's like, what's up with that? And I'm like, what do you mean? And this is exactly what I said, y'all. And pardon my French. I said, what the F are you asking me? Because you're about to piss me off. I didn't say what the F, but I'm not gonna cuss on here. But I said, what the Frank are you trying to ask me? Because you're about to piss me off. What do you want, Anthony? That's exactly what I said. I don't talk like that. So he was a little shocked because I don't speak like that at work. I'm very calm. I'm very like, but I was just so irritated. Now, no, I'm in San Diego. I'm in San Diego. It's raining, and I'm full to capacity. I'm 80,000 pounds. I'm the heaviest that I can be. I think I was like 79,995 or something like that. But I'm damn near at capacity. So I'm full. It's raining. You're pissing me off. And when I'm irritated, like, I try not to like get too frustrated because I start crying because I'm so frustrated and I just need to release, and I can't like punch nothing. I can't do nothing but cry. So I'm like, what do you want? Like, he's just like, oh, well, I'm just asking, like, do you need to go and leave now? And I'm like, I put in the time for the time that I need to go and leave. Now I'm going to hang up because you're about to piss me off. So I hangs up on him. Hang up on you, not in the mood. Okay, hang up on him. And I'm just like, okay. I'm getting irritated. I tried to let it go. I play my little music. I tried to let it go. I couldn't let it go, y'all. I was so irritated because the audacity, not the audacity, the audacity of you to like call me and ask me about something that's personal that you have nothing to do with. I didn't come to you about the problem, so I came to the people who need to know about the problem. You know what I mean? So I instantly called my girlfriend. She's like, what's wrong? I was like, babe. From then, she knew something was wrong. She was like, what's wrong? I said, I'm so fucking irritated. Like, and I got to telling her the story. She like, babe, calm down, calm down. I'm like, she's like, are you driving? I'm like, yes, I'm driving. I'm going down a hill at this point. Again, it's raining. I'm in San Diego. You know how San Diego weather is. Like, it's raining. It's dreary. It gives me London vibes. It's irritated. Okay. So she's just like, calm down, calm down. She finally gets me to calm down, and I'm just telling her the story about like what happened, how irritated I am. Then I'm like, I got a therapy appointment tonight, so I'm gonna have to tell her about this. End up going to the place, didn't have no signal. I'm like, all right, cool. So I missed my therapy appointment. I talked to her the next day. The next day, I go ahead and I let her know like everything that's happened. She's like, oh, he's not supposed to ask you that kind of stuff because of HIPAA, you know, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yeah, I know. He knows that. Fast forward, we go to the birthday trip. Everything's great. Everything's fine. I go back. I mean, now it's time for me to take my leave. I told him I was going to cancel because I knew they were going to try to mess with my schedule. So I called on that Saturday before I left and was like, before I came back, I was like, hey, what's the schedule? You know, blah, blah, blah. I had told him, hey, I canceled my leave because I'm going to tell you what the schedule was before. He had me for one tour. One tour is 2 days. That'll leave me about $500. I can't do that because I still had a whole week to work before my leave was done, before it was time for me to take the leave. So because I finessed it like that, I got my whole week, and then they tried to put me on the schedule again for the first. And I was going to cancel the leave, but I was like, I can't. I went to work. It wasn't working. I tried to cancel it, and basically I was just like, no, I'm going to take the leave. Because I was stressed. I was stressed about money. I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do about money? My girlfriend was like, I got you. Like, you're good. You're straight. Just relax. Me, we're just meeting. This is me. We're just meeting. Because I was going to get an Airbnb and just stay at the Airbnb for the whole month. My girlfriend was like, no. Like, why would you stay at an Airbnb? Just stay at my house. I'm like, okay, cool. Then the money that I was going to give you for the Airbnb, that I was going to use for the Airbnb, I'll just give it to you for your rent. Cool. She was like, just give me half. Okay, cool. I gave her half for her rent, you know, whatever. So now I'm here. I'm here at her house. The whole first 18 days, y'all, I'm stressed. I'm stressed because I ain't got no money. And if y'all know me, I'm one of them people, I can't function without money. And of course, I'm not about to ask her. Like, yes, we live together. Yes, she's trying to show me like all these different things. Like, she bought me a promise ring. Like, she applying pressure. She applying pressure, like letting me know like this is where she want to be. This is what she wants. You know, all this good stuff. I'm like, all right, cool. But on the inside, I'm just like, this not working. This not working. I don't got no money coming in. I don't got no money coming in because the FMLA was taking too long to kick in. she was taking too long to kick in because I didn't, apparently she basically told me like you didn't do it right. She was basically like what you should have did was towards the end of March you should have called 3 days before you wanted to take the leave, so that basically, so I'm gonna give y'all something. If y'all ever want to take like a mental health break, 3 days before you want to take your mental health break, you need to call. You need to actually meet with a therapist. You need to meet with a therapist. I've been meeting with a therapist since 2023. So you just need to at least have like 2 or 3 meetings, but you need to be meeting with a therapist, and you need to be telling your therapist how you hate your job and all this other shit. I mean, I really was hating my job, but if you just want to leave just to have it, that's what you need to do. So I'm telling her like, yeah, I can't stand my job. Like I'm telling her everything that's going on in my job. Like I'm stressed about my job. Like my personal life wasn't even stressful, but my job life, because I am there so much, I'm there 95% of my time, and I'm only off one day. Um, it was just stressing me out. It was overwhelming me, and I was just like, oh, I'm just trying to get all this stuff done. I was just trying to thug it out, but baby, I couldn't. Okay, I gotta drink this. Let me take my take my vitamins. So we got a B1, apple cider vinegar, calcium, multivitamin, ADEK, and something else, y'all. But just know I'm taking my vitamins. I'm taking my vitamins. So, yeah, pretty much. Um, yeah. So March 1st, I took the leave. March 18th, I started getting paid, started getting my money on. Okay, I started getting my money, so now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great because I'm getting paid every week. Okay, and like, so yeah, now it's March, April. Now we're in April. I go back to work. The first week was fine. That second week, I don't know what had happened in March, between March and the first week of April, but baby, they must have been causing havoc because now we got all these new systems in play where now we got to go into the office every week, sign a paper. We got to have coaching every week. No, we got to have a coach. We got to have coaching every 2 weeks now. So now we got to take extra time. And this now note, y'all, this is time that is not paid. It's training, but it's not paid. So these people are making us do all this training on top of, we already have a monthly training. Now we got extra videos that we got to do. I don't know what they did within that month and in a week, that 37 days. I don't know. Well, that 38 days, because March had 31 days. I don't know what they did in those 38 days, but they done pissed Amazon off. Okay. So May comes, May is my graduation. I mean, it's my girlfriend's graduation. So, of course, I put in a leave. As soon as I know, I let them know. Boom. I let them know months in advance. My girlfriend told me when her graduation is, I hurry up and put that time in. I already knew I was gonna take that whole weekend off. So I put that whole weekend off aside for my girlfriend, for her graduation, to celebrate her, to give her her flowers. And no, I did not record it. I just was not in the mood. I just was not in the headspace. I did record some clips. Y'all saw those on Tickety Talk. If y'all follow me over there at Tiffany Hustle or the Wahaj Way. I think it's at Tiffany Hustle. I don't know. But yeah, so I go over there and yeah, go to my girlfriend's graduation. As soon as I come back, the first day, he brings everybody into the office. I mean, no, he calls everybody and was basically like, hey, we lost the Amazon account. And I'm like, huh? He was like, yeah, but we should have another account coming soon. We should sign the paperwork in the next 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, okay, what's the pay? What's the info? He's like, oh, well, we don't have that info right now. I'm only giving you the info that I can give, da da da. All right, cool. So now I'm starting to get a little worried because 2 weeks done passed now. 2 weeks done passed. We don't hear nothing. So I'm like, hey, I'm not, and in this time, I'm not getting good miles, y'all. So I'm getting probably like 2,200 to 2,400 miles. Now, y'all might think, oh, that's good. Baby, I'm working 6 days a week. That's not good. That's not good. So I already took a pay cut. Oh, I forgot to say this. I already took a pay cut at the beginning of the year. I was bringing home, I'm going to tell y'all what I'm bringing home, realistic numbers, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. I'm bringing home $1,700 a week on average. $1,700. That's what I'm bringing home. That's what goes into my bank account after taxes. $1,700. So that should tell y'all how much I run. That should tell y'all how hard I work. Baby, I gets it in. I gets it in, okay? So I took a pay cut because they were having too many people on the 6 a.m. shift. And he gave me the opportunity. He was like, hey, if you want to move to the 2 a.m. shift, that'll be better, like, I know you said you're trying to go back to the gym. He tried to make it seem good to me, but as soon as he said you can move to the 2 a.m. shift, I'm like, all right, cool. So when I moved to the 2 a.m. shift, I did like it better because I could go to the gym. I still basically have the whole day, and at 2 a.m., 1 a.m., it's not busy outside. I was getting irritated because the 6 a.m. shift, it was like everybody wants to be on that shift, but not only that, it's so busy, like, because it's the summer. So now everybody's traveling, everybody's doing this, everybody's moving here and there and here and there and here and there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I don't want to do that. Cool. I'm going to just go ahead and do what I need to do. Move to the 2 a.m. shift, y'all. When I say the pay difference went from $1,700 to now I'm bringing home like $1,400 to $1,500 a week. Now, y'all might think, oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. But for a company driver, but I'm still working 6 days a week. Okay. But I'm still like, I can make an adjustment. That's just a couple of $100. All right, cool. When they told me that they did not have the Amazon account no more and that it was going to end at the end of July, and I told y'all I'm not getting good miles. So now I'm only bringing home, like, when my 6-day checks, I was still bringing home like $1,400 on the low end. Like, not $1,400, not $1,490. I'm bringing $1,400, damn near just 14,1,400. That's what I'm damn near bringing in every week. Now, I know y'all probably like, that's not bad for the average Joe. But, baby, that's bad for me for working 6 days a week. I'm sorry. And it's not like I couldn't work 6 days a week, because if I was to only work 4 days a week, I would have 3 days off. So, which means I would only be probably bringing home probably like $1,100 maybe. Yeah, well, actually, yeah, because my last check, I worked 4 days. I worked 2 tours, which is 4 days, and I put PTO in for 1 day, which means that's 5 days. And my check was $1,100. That's what I brought home, $1,100. So I would have been bringing home $1,100 to $1,200 with that schedule. Well, with the 400, with the 4 days, I would have been bringing $1,000 to $1,100 a week with that schedule. Keep that in mind. Now, I told y'all what I was averaging. That's a $600 decrease. 17 to 11, that's a decrease. So I was not able to just, like, I know y'all probably was like, why didn't you just call off, or why didn't you just go down on shifts, or, whatever. Because if I miss 1 day, I miss 2. Because it's a tour. So you basically go somewhere, you sleep there, and you come back home. Every other day I was home. Cool. Now, like I said, they told us that they lost the account. I'm like, okay. So now they told us they're going to get this new account. I'm like, all right, cool. He said the pay is going to be similar. Cool. And it's local. And because I already got seniority, I get to pick my shift first. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Y'all, a week or 2 go by. It's almost June. Hey, what's going on with the contract? Oh, no, I said, hey, can I get more miles? He said, oh, we don't have no control of the miles, which is a lie, because any other time I would ask them for more miles, y'all. I've been working with this company 3 years. Any other time I've been working with them and I ask for more miles, guess what? I get more miles. That's how I was pulling 3,000, 3,200 miles a week. That's how I was getting up there. Okay. So you got to think my pay is increasing every year. You know, it's going up a penny, but on my tax statements, I was going up at least 15 to 20K every year. All right, cool. That's cool money. That's cool money. Like I said, I'm running it up as well. Even last year, I did all that traveling. I still made a cool little bankroll. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, cool. And plus, it's just me. It's just me. I don't have no kids or nothing like that. So I'm not really tripping about like what's going on. Now, he told me, "Oh, we don't have any information about the new contract or whatever, but I'm going to give you two options if you want to move so you can find you a home temporarily until we have this thing." Why are y'all giving us homes? Why are y'all giving people homes temporarily if y'all are supposed to have this contract? So I asked the burning question. If y'all have a contract through Amazon until the end of July, aren't they supposed to supply y'all with enough work till the end of July? And if y'all don't have enough work to the end of July, if I have seniority, why am I not getting enough mouths? The math ain't mathing. So when he told me, he got on the phone with me, and he couldn't speak candidly, of course, because he's in the office. But I read between the lines and picked up what he was putting down. Basically, he told me that they not getting no word on the contract because they probably low key didn't get the contract, and that's why they trying to find everybody a home. All these other accounts need help all of a sudden. These accounts ain't never needed help. If anything, throughout the year, I've been asking, can I move locally? And they ain't been having no room. Now, all of a sudden, they don't got no account. Everybody need help now. You're somebody lying. Somebody lying. So I'm like, yeah, it's giving y'all don't got the account. He was like, yeah, well, you know. So y'all don't got the account. So this was the two options that they gave me. One was I would have to, it was on their windows and doors account, MI account. If you, again, this account was regional, what I do now, but you had to move things. It was touch freight, and I would be taking a pay cut again. So I told y'all, I already took a pay cut. Now this pay cut, it was different though. So I don't get to go up every year with the contract. I don't get to go up every year with money. I'm at a cap off. So I was getting paid 57 cents as of this year. 57 cents. Last year, so with this new account, I was going to go down to 55 cents. Okay? And the only reason why I'm getting 55 cents is because, again, I have seniority in the company. That's the only reason why. So if I had a just started with JB, I would have been getting paid less than 55 cents. And there's no room for growth as far as money. The only time you getting growth with money, because my supervisor, he was like, yeah, Anthony, he basically was like, yeah, he already told me that you run hard, you work hard, he don't have no problems out of you, you don't complain, like you get to the money, you know, you're all about your money. Yes. So the math is not mathing. So basically he told me like the way that they get paid CPM, which is cent per mile. They get paid per load. You automatically get because I have seniority, I was already going to get an extra $20 every day that I worked. And then because I already have my tanker, and he was going to give me that extra pay every time that I worked, and I was gonna try to get my doubles because that's more money. So I was gonna try to get my doubles, and then so that was gonna be extra pay just for having the doubles. And then he said if I got my hazmat, he would have gave me an extra for that, right? But my thing is, right, that leaves so much room for error as far as trying to calculate how much money you're trying to get, right? So not only am I going to have to work and drive, I might have to drive maybe 4 to 5 hours a day, but I'm going to be lifting windows, doors, and beds. I'm not doing that. Y'all know when I first started working for this company, I was lifting things, and I couldn't even have nail job. I showed up to that job because they told me we were going to be moving stuff with a pallet jack. I showed up to that job with nails like this long. No lie. Them nails was like this long, y'all. He said, "Oh, you gonna have to cut them off." I said, "Why? We just moving stuff with a pallet jack. I can work with these in a pallet jack." He said, "No, ma'am. You got to physically move these boxes." And guess what? Because I looked in the back of that trailer and I said, "Where's the pallet jack?" He said, "I don't know why they keep telling people that. You got to physically move this stuff with your hands." I only lasted 3 months doing that and moved to the Amazon account because, baby, that was not for me. And then I was way heavier back then. And when I started, it was starting to get summer. Too fat and too hot to be doing that. I'm sorry. So, yeah, after that happened, I'm just kind of like, y'all playing. So basically, I was gonna have to drive 2 hours every day to Prescott. I live in Phoenix. I was gonna have to drive every day up to Prescott, go get the trailer and go take it wherever it needs to go, unload it wherever it needs to go, and then come back, drive another 2 hours to get back to my car, just to go home. I'm not doing that. I told my girlfriend what was happening, and like that was one of the options. She was like, "Yeah, no, you're not doing that." And I said, "You're right." I'm glad you agreed because baby, I wasn't doing it. Now the pay was good, but for all that work, I just realized like I literally already don't have a life. I'm literally never gonna have a life doing that. It's in order to get some real money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna have a life. So now it's time for me and my girlfriend to sign this lease to see whether we're going to move into another place together or are we just going to stay here. I said I feel like it makes more sense for us to stay here, and I'm so grateful that we did that. I'm so grateful that we decided to go ahead and stay in this place because the bills are so low. Our monthly bills are low. We live so far beyond, we live so below our means, y'all, that her job can cover all of our monthly bills. My job could have covered all of our monthly bills. So I'm just like, thank God that, you know, we made that decision together, because now, again, hence hindsight being 2020, we did not move into a place that with higher rent and stuff like that. We just decided to just stay here and stack our bread. All right, cool. The other position was local. Now let me tell y'all how much money I was about to be making. Okay. Now this is the problem that I'm having. So the second one was local. I was going to be making $1,200. That was the cap. $1,200 after tax. I mean, before tax. So I'm bringing home about $1,000. $1,000. That's with my 401k getting taken out, taxes, Social Security, you know, federal, state, all that being taken out. $1,200 was the cap. I told y'all I was making $1,700. Then I told y'all I was making $1,400 to $1,500. Now I'm about to be making $1,200. Still working. Still, in order for me to get good money, y'all, I'm gonna have to work that extra day. I'm still gonna have to work 6 days in order to get a decent check. And I told them, I said, how do y'all expect people to really survive off this? I said, I am 29 years old. I have no kids. Everybody at my job has kids. Except for like 2 girls. And that's because they're my age. We don't have kids. I can't imagine having 2 and 3 and 4 kids and trying to survive off $1,200. It's possible, but I don't see people. I don't see it for, you know, for people. Like, I don't see it. Especially, you know, if you actually want to have a life outside of trucking, you know. Now, I don't know what the taxes are as far as, like, if you have kids and stuff. Like, I don't know that because I don't have kids. But pretty sure they don't get waxed like I get waxed. Every year, every paycheck, they was taking $500 to $600 out of my check. It got to the point where, baby, I was making so much money I had to go tax exempt. I had to go tax exempt because I wasn't seeing all that money. I'm seeing all my money go to taxes, but yet it's always construction going on. I'm confused. Every highway, it's always construction. And it's getting so packed. Everybody moving out here. They traveling out here. Like I said, it's the summer. I don't have time. So the second option was I was going to be working for this food company. It was local. I didn't get to pick my hours. Oh, that was another thing. For both of these accounts, I didn't get to pick my shift. They picked my shift. And because I was new to the account, it didn't go by seniority in the company. It went by seniority on the account. So all their heavy earners were already taken on those dedicated lanes. So the lane to Colorado was taken. The lane... Basically, all the good lanes, the lane to Texas was taken. All of those good lanes with the good miles, 1,000 or more, were taken. No way I was going to be making good money. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be breaking my back out here in this hot ass heat. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Oh, I make you mess. I make you mess. No. Okay. So yeah. Now they're telling me basically, hey, that's the accounts that we have. The second account was basically like, I was going to be moving food boxes. Y'all know how it is when y'all work for a food company. Hell no. So it was like 3 days on the food company, 3 days on the intermodal company. And then if you wanted to work that extra day, if you had time, you could do so. I'm not doing that. Because on the intermodal side, again, you don't get to pick what time you come in. That's a problem for me. I had just and the good shifts, like the 2 a.m., none of them started at 2 a.m. actually. They all started at 5. It was basically like regular standard business hours times. That wasn't gonna work for me. So I asked God, I said, what do you want me to do? Literally the week before all of these events that I'm about to tell y'all that just happened, I literally was telling my therapist, I hate my job. I don't know what to do about my job. I need to quit my job. The options that they're giving me suck. They're not getting this account. They did not get the account, y'all. I just asked one of my homegirls. They did not get the account. So now, basically, she done got a new job. Because she said, baby, I'm leaving. So she was like, she got a new job. So, yeah. Pretty much you're just stuck with those two options. And if you don't want those two options, your best bet is to find a new job, basically. That's what the impression that me and my one of my coworkers got. That's the impression that they gave us. If you don't like these options, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You're gonna be out of work. So yeah, now let's talk about what happened. So now we're leading up to, now it's like June now. I'm asking him about these options. He's telling me like the options are these. I don't got nothing else to tell you. That's what he said in so many words. So I'm like, okay. Because like I said, I'm asking questions because I need to know how to move. Telling my therapist, I said, I'm going to have to either find a new job or quit, because I'm going to have to quit and find a new job because this is not going to work for me. The options that they're giving me cannot work with my schedule, and the money is not, it's not going to work with my schedule because the money is not moneying. The money does not make sense. So I'm like, I'm telling her it's not going to work. So she goes ahead to tell me, she's like, if it's not going to work for you, it's not going to work for you. I didn't let them know it wasn't going to work for me. But I guess God has a funny way of letting them know it wasn't going to work for me. So let me tell y'all what happened. So on June 8th, this literally just happened like a week ago. June 8th, it's early in the morning. I'm going to this thing. I'm going to my accounts, right? I go to pick up a load. I'm going inside the entrance, y'all. I hit a truck. Oh God. But I'm thinking like, oh, this minor. You know, it ain't gonna be bad. I'm like, it ain't gonna be bad. Cause I hit the truck, but when I hit it, it wasn't bad. The truck was stationary, y'all. So it was another truck over here on my passenger side. It was a truck on my passenger side. It's me right here trying to come in. I had more than enough room. I really could have just, hindsight being 2020, I should have just waited. But I don't know. I don't know. Just being complacent, not really whatever. Okay, cool. I basically was coming in the back of my trailer, not the back of my trailer, the front of my trailer, my truck tires, not trailer, because I didn't have a trailer, but my truck tires end up hitting the back of the yard man's tires, and it messed his mud flap up and broke my mud flap. All right, cool, whatever. Y'all, I'm like, all right, cool. First, I was just like, fuck. But then I'm just like, well, if they let me go, they let me go. That's my first thought. They let me go, they let me go. Oh, well. So I literally was like, did the real report, tell them everything, blah, blah, blah. All that stuff happened. The next day, he's like, hey, you want to come in for the review? I'm like, sure. Soon as he brung the supervisor in there, I already knew it was over. I already knew it was over for me. So he said, yeah, after doing deliberations and, everything that's happening, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, as soon as he said, unfortunately, y'all, when I say I start grabbing my keys up off that table, I said, okay. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, yeah, unfortunately, we're going to have to let you go. Okay, cool. I said, okay. I start walking out. But when I say I literally felt nothing, I felt like I probably would have cried or something. No, as soon as I walked out that building, y'all, I felt just a weight lift up off my shoulders. I felt a weight. I felt no uneasiness. Of course, I'm going to miss the money. Fuck the job, I'm going to miss the money. But, like, I can find another job. I got interviews already lined up, y'all. I got an interview today at 2. I got another interview. I got interviews lined up. Baby, because I ain't got nothing but time but to apply. So I'm applying everywhere. But also, in the meantime, I was just like, after talking to everybody and my whole camp knows what's going on. When I mean my camp, my team, my squad, I call them my camp. So my camp knows what's going on with me. And literally they were like, you were so unhappy in that job. Like, I can tell you feel okay. And I said, I don't feel amazing because of course, like, but I feel fine. Like, I'm fine. Like, I don't feel like sad or nothing. I was a little stressed because I'm just like, money. But my girlfriend just, like, when you got somebody who's just like, babe, you're good, you're straight. Like, I can honestly, like, be like, lean on her and be like, I'm fine, I'm straight. Like, I'm straight. Like, at first I was freaking out a little bit because I'm like, babe, what are we gonna do? She's like, girl, we're fine. We're straight. We're gonna be good. Like, literally, we were fine. We're fine. We're straight. We're gonna be good. Like, literally. Like, I'm just like, it's good to have somebody like in your corner. And like she was like, babe, what you been doing? I'm like, girl, applying a job. She's like, girl. I'm like, baby, we gonna get it together. But will I work for another trucking company? Yeah, but I'm still keeping my plans of what I need to do and what I don't need to do. But yeah, so that happened, and your girl, she fired her. And it's been about a week. Well, it'll be a week on Monday since I've been fired. But literally, I've been setting up interviews every day for next week. I literally, like I said, I got an interview today at 2. But I'm literally just, I don't know. My cousin was just like, girl, you could do all the stuff that you've really been wanting to do. Like, I got so many side hustles that I have been putting on the back burner because trucking just was ruling my life, like 6 days a week. Like, it was just ruling my life. Like, literally, when I came home, I was nervous about telling my girlfriend that I got fired, but she was just like, we're good. You're straight. She gave me a high five and was like, girl, we're fine. Like, you were so stressed about that job and the money will come. Like, literally, that's what she told me. She was just like, the money will come. And I'm just blessed to have like people in my corner now that like understand me and that like got my back and shit like that. Like, I appreciate that like so much. So yeah, I need to finish this tea. I got like 44 seconds. That's disgusting. So it's a bit. So it's hibiscus tea. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Y'all, it's hibiscus tea. It got some pepper in there, cayenne pepper, um, some ginger in there. Oh, it's disgusting. And yeah, we gonna we gonna try to figure that out. But anywho, y'all, so that's what happened. That's the story of how your girl got fired. Your girl got fired. So now we just unemployed. I am making a little series for y'all. The camera's right here. I'm recording. So I'm gonna do like 3 days at a time. So I think this is my third day of me like recording just what I've been doing throughout the days and literally not really much of nothing. Not really much of nothing. Just applying to jobs. I need to fix these lashes. Y'all, this morning this whole thing came off. This whole thing came off, y'all. Y'all, it was stabbing my eye. My eye was real red this morning. My girlfriend was like, your eye is scaring me. It's like, girl. So yeah, we just gonna fix these lashes today before this interview, and then yeah. So your girl got fired. If y'all know any jobs hiring, I don't think I know want to work. I don't know. I want to go back local because I do got stuff to do. So I'm starting my side hustles this week. Um, I mean, well, this week I'm gonna go ahead and finish all the classes that I need to do, and then start them the next week. Cause your girl don't play. When I want to do something, I'm a dog. When I want to do something, and now I don't got nothing but time. No excuse, you know. So yeah, y'all, that's what happened. So what's next? We gonna find us another job. Um, whether it's working for ourselves or figuring it out. But I just know I'm good and I'm straight as far as like I'm at ease now. Like I literally just decided like, girl, you gotta trust this girl. You gotta trust your girlfriend. I'm super hyper independent, y'all. And it's like it's a crazy thing to like be hyper hyper independent. It's a crazy thing to be because you just find yourself just thinking all the time, like overthinking. And now I'm just overthinking of like possibilities. Like you could be doing this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. I can upgrade my resume. I can, you know, I can take my own photos like now and stuff. Like I'm gonna order me a backdrop and stuff like that so I can take my own headshots and stuff like that. Or, you know, go find a nice little place where I can take photos at. Nice, good headshot photos. So we about to kill this tea. Can y'all see? My battery got 7%, y'all. Oh, it's not good at all. No. Not good at all. But Lord, I need to do it. We can do it. We don't got that much left. We don't got that much left. Literally, that little swallow. I'm gonna start taking my Shilajit again, starting tomorrow on an empty stomach. But oh, all right, y'all. Try to make sure this Shilajit is still fine, cause my skin has been breaking out mainly cause I've been eating BS. But I've been just enjoying my time. But my girlfriend gets sick of me. She told me yesterday no more snacks or nothing. So yeah, we gonna start taking our Shilajit tomorrow. Yeah. And we going to the gym. We gonna go to the gym today. Like late at night tonight. I'm gonna go to the gym. Um yeah, y'all. So let me know how y'all feeling, what y'all doing, like all that good stuff. Like come here and talk to me. Um yeah. Oh. Oh. Not good at all, y'all. Not good at all. So the tea is done, alright. We're done with that. So we're gonna put that over here. But my phone needs to charge, y'all. And do I got a charge over there? I don't think so. I don't know, y'all. Oh. But yeah, the priority today, we need to start losing weight. Losing weight. Y'all, I'm 201. Ridiculous, okay? I'm still in the 200s, y'all, and I need to get up out of there. I need to get up out of there ASAP. ASAP, no rocket. So, but yeah, y'all, that's the story time on how I got fired. It's been an hour, so which means I'm already surpassed my hour of being on the medias. So I will see y'all later. Yeah, I don't know how long I'll keep this up. I'll probably just keep it up forever. Who knows? Who cares? But all right, y'all. I'll see y'all. I will see y'all later. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a grand time. Make sure you subscribe to the Wahaje Way because that's where I'll be like posting this vlog that I have up here of like the first 3 days of me getting fired and what I'm doing. So yeah. All right, y'all. Bye.